Now the gold and silver markets over 21 and 22 haven't been doing that great. Flat to down would best describe them. The volatility that makes them fun to trade has been stripped away, making it very tricky to trade. Did really well over 2020 when COVID was here. Both metals, gold, silver, pushed on upwards to recent highs, and then, like I said, gone pretty nowhere. And you know, we've got geopolitical economic turmoil at the moment, and that really strong US dollar's not helping things either. But if you are bullish of those two metals and you think now maybe the prices come off enough to offer good value in those sectors, what sort of stocks would you be looking to trade in gold and silver? Well, I've put together a short list of 6 that might, you know, help you along the way, start to get you thinking, you know, if you want to get investing, trading into that sector once more. But before we look at those 6, I'm going to take a quick look at the gold and silver markets just to show you exactly what's been going on the last few years. So we have the weekly line chart here for both gold and silver. Gold in yellow, silver in that grey colour. And below that, that blue shaded area, that's the correlation between the two. And below that, the other yellow line, that's gold's volatility. And we've gone back 5-6 years here. And like I said in the introduction, you can see that lovely run up over 2020, sideways to slightly negative 21, and then really 22 hasn't been all that great. But if we go to the correlation, you can see very positive at the moment, 85%, and is always pretty much in the positive area going back, you know, all those years that we're looking at here. And interestingly, the volatility below coincided that rise nicely with the run up in the two metals, then went pretty flat, and then, like we said, we've seen that volatility pulling off really to the early teens, which, you know, makes it pretty hard to trade certain strategies that we were traditionally able to do so. But at the moment, like I said, it's been a pretty rough, rotten 22 with that price movement heading downwards. But are we hitting, like I say, these thresholds of, you know, support that might prove a bounce? Are there any fundamental reasons to then drive these markets up? If there are, then I've got 6 stocks for you to take a look at. I've got an interesting twist to kick things off with the 6 stocks. Now, the first one is called Franco-Nevada Corporation. Why is it a twist? Well, they are a gold-focused royalty and streaming company, you know, with diversified portfolios across the world, you know, US, Canada, Australia, Europe, Africa, Central South America, so really globally focused. And they also do this, you know, royalty streaming by different commodity, I say geography, revenue type, and sort of stage of project. And if we head on to the price, then we can see really that key support area. It's been hit many times at 38.2%. We had this sort of double top or treble top almost looking setup. It's the early, you know, $100. You know, if it breaks from here, then it's down into here, unfortunately. But we are on a positive outlook in this video, so we're looking for the, you know, first upside breakthrough, the next key Fibonacci, 61.8%. Then we'd be looking at those highs around $170, and then up towards $200 for, you know, a pretty decent upside return. Next up, one of the more traditional mining companies you might be familiar with, that's Freeport McMoran, specialising in copper, gold and molybdenum. Trade and produce copper, operate, I would say, mostly US based. We've even got oil and gas operations as well, but other areas they operate in around the world, South America, Indonesia, in different mining setups there. And the price, again, like we've just seen with FRANCO Nevada, it's been pulling back. A lot of consolidation around this area, just under $30. If we're looking for a bounce, I think this, a lot of noise we've seen through this 40 area, then we'd want to break the highs at 53 and then on up to the early sort of 70 mark. But another thing to point out is that it is holding its 200 period moving average. Now we've got the Wheaton Precious Metal Corp, Canadian based but can be traded in both Canada and the US. They're a precious metal streaming company, mainly engaged in the sale of precious metals like gold, silver, palladium and cobalt. And stock price wise, well, it's been on a downside 2022, but is this the support base around $30 before it looks to get up to the early 40s? Then can it get through 50 and up to the highs just under $60 and then up into the mid 70s? Then we have Aya Gold and Silver, Canadian small cap, probably around $1 billion sort of dollars mark. I say Canadian company, and as it says on the tin, they are into gold and silver precious metals mining, focusing on exploration, development, production, acquisition of precious metals mining projects. Now, in terms of price action, you can see a lot of support noise around that sort of $6 mark. Did come down further. I suppose we've almost got this double top pattern that almost played out fully, probably did virtually down to that 38.2% line, but support came in, prices come back up, and we're looking at $9-10, then those highs just under 12, and then on up to $16 as potential upside numbers in the medium term. Then we have K92 Mining, another Canadian stock, but they're primarily doing most of their business around Papua New Guinea. They're into gold, copper and silver. Another small cap stock, just over $1 billion. And in terms of price action, a lot of support around just under $5 and a lot of noise price activity around that $5.5, 61.8% Fibonacci line, and again up at that 6 3/4 sort of mark. So it's got to push on up through there, up to $8 and then hopefully to 11. And finally, one you've all probably heard of, especially if you're into mining stocks, Rio Tinto, UK company. You can trade them globally on many different markets around the world. They are into all sorts of activity and iron ore, aluminium, copper, minerals, precious metals, all over the globe. Australia, Brazil, Guinea, Canada. They're into everything, even a slight lithium play here for you if you are interested. And on top of the precious metal, also into diamond mining as well. That's a big company and has its fingers in many pies, which could give you that all-round exposure that you're looking for. And in terms of price action, it has been improving. That 4,400 area, a lot of support after that. So double top M-shaped pattern there. Can it build from here? Hopefully. Next port of call, probably 5,300, and then I would try and get it to push through those highs, 6,700, 6,800, and then if it has a really good performance, then 8.3, 8.4 might be on the radar. So if you are a bit bullish on gold and silver, I've given you 6 stocks to take a look at. Now let me know in the comments below what you think of those 6. Are there any others you'd have thrown in there in the gold and silver world? Love to hear from you. And if you've liked today's video, please give us the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons. And all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.